I think McDonald's just came to my door. What did I teach him? I'm a health professional and he eats McDonald's. It's like gross. The fries that get fried and then fried again. Oh, God, it actually makes my stomach hurt. So, good morning, November 3rd, if you can believe it. What the heck? This one says, I will always keep you in my heart. And this says, I will always love you, Jeremiah 31:3. I will always love you. And that's God's promises to you. He will. He'll hold you in his righteous right hand. And thank you so much for all of your reach out for my birthday. And as you know, last weekend was 7 years that Noah passed on November 1st. And just thank you, all of you who reached out to me, whether you sent a heart, prayer hands, wrote a little something, doesn't matter. Just the fact that you remembered is, it means everything to me. And thank you for keeping us in your heart. Also, Noah's girlfriend, whose mom is on here, Lori, her birthday was yesterday. It was her 25th. So, and again, she'll always be, Lori, I hope you know that she'll always be my other daughter. She'll always be in my heart. So, anyway, guys, sorry, just, this time is hard. But, like I said, I always have to be real with you to let you know how I'm feeling. But, these workouts are everything to me to be able to serve you guys. And exercise is the best antidepressant in the world. So I don't know where I would be without it. So I hope you feel the same. I love you. Let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and grab those light dumbbells. And we're just going to do our 10, 10, 10, and 10s this morning. And but I am changing this narrative again this year. Good morning. I just have to change it. I have to be grateful, and I say this every year, and I'm trying it more this year, is to be grateful. Go ahead and put them up in front. To be grateful for what I had, not what I don't have going forward. Because that's the hardest part. I'm so grateful, like beyond grateful for the 19 years that we did have, Noah. So I have to stop being so sad about what I won't have going forward, whether it's Maggie graduating from college or him being in her wedding or in Eli's, whatever, like him becoming a dad, that's what makes me sad. So I have to stay away from that crap because I have an amazing family. Go ahead and bend it forward, kick it back for those triceps. I have amazing daughter Maggie, I have an amazing son Eli, and my husband and family and friends around me. Without it, I would be in a dark hole. So thank you for being part of my community. Go ahead and bring those arms down now and just go into rows. Yeah, so just, some days hits harder than others, that's all. I've always told you that. I feel like I have good days and I have sad days. I never have a bad day. Really, go ahead and drop those. How can you have a bad day? Swing your arms forward and back like a blowing nose. I woke up. Right? I really have to say that. I got another day. I can't say that for Noah. So I have to say, you know what? I gotta live that. Maggie has to live it. Eli has to live that. Rich and I, we have to realize that we're still here. Our purpose isn't fulfilled yet. Noah's obviously purpose must have been fulfilled. He did reach a lot of people, how crazy it sounds in his 19 years. But when he did pass, my sister-in-law, Patty, got this little book, and everybody who came in to see him, all the teammates from all the sports he did and everything, all his friends and people that we didn't even know he touched. Go ahead and put your hands up on top of those legs, round it up and arch it out. And that book is still hard to read. I still haven't gotten through all of them. But the kids that he touched that I never knew, that he sat with them because they were depressed, and that he gave his time, I never knew any of that, It's because he had his own depression. you know, kind of time of the year depression sometimes. It was just, I never knew when it was going to come. But he helped so many kids. And so I always talk about go ahead and bring it center now. Chin to chest, round it all the way up. One of the greatest gifts that I know is his dash, right? 10/4/99 to 11/1/2018 meant something. Hand up overhead, drop it down your back. That dash meant something to a lot of people. If you've ever seen the movie, and I'm sure every single one of you have, it's called A Wonderful Life, right? George's life meant something to a lot of people, and your life does too. So I just want you to know that whether you think, you know, your life is insignificant, it's not. You make a difference in people's lives, and that's what I've always tried to do. I've always tried to be a difference maker in people's lives. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started this morning. I need dumbbells for the first 3. We're going to do upper body to start. So bring your ball in. We're going to do an incline chest press, and then we're going to do a row for your back, and then we're going to do rear delt flies. So bring that ball in, please. If you have a bench, you can do this on a bench. Let me see what Andy, you have dumbbells and everything, yeah? Oh yay! Look at that. Your mom's got it all. I love it. All right, so remember, first set doesn't have to be the heaviest, right? We just got to get these shoulders warmed up and stuff. So obviously we just warm them up through just our little warm up, but just be careful of your neck. Remember, your butt's off the ground. You're pressing them up and together, keeping your shoulder blades pressed behind, right? Shoulder blades together as you push these up overhead and squeeze them together. So I don't have to tell you, I say it's for chest. It's chest, shoulders, and triceps. That's the nice part about doing something like this. Bringing them together, watching. That's it, Jane. Beautiful tap. That's it, Darlene. Perfect game. Nice, Lori. Perfect, Amy Federman.
Mom, you're very popular today.
There we I don't know if you guys heard that, Maggie. That's it, Andy. So good. Perfect, Sabina. Perfect, Dana. Last one. And then bring them down into your chest and walk yourself up that ball. Okay? And then you're going to do a seated row. You don't have to, you know, if you're better this way doing a row, you can do that. But those who just want to stay seated on the ball, I'm just going to stay seated from the side. I have to go a little heavier on that because my back can handle more than my chest and shoulders. All right, so hand right by your side, belly to thigh connection, and then drive those arms right up into those ribs. All right, so lead with those elbows. Maggie says, you're very popular this morning. I feel like one of those popular girls in high school. No, I'm just kidding. That was never my thing. I wasn't one of those girls. I was more of the jock crowd. Squeeze, right? I don't know if I ever told you this, I have to laugh. Drive those elbows back, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Feel it not only between the shoulder blades, but in the rear part of your shoulder, right? And on your erectors, the ones that line the spine. Pull that up. 2 more. Last one. And then go ahead and either grab the backside of those legs and give yourself kind of a chin to chest, forehead to knee. Maybe push back on the ball, round the back up, almost like a cat-cow. Maybe shifting left and right. Because you're going to stay in this position, but I need a light dumbbell. So that's going to be an 8, maybe even a 5, okay, for your rear delt fly. So some of you might want to stand up for this one. This is the one I'm going to come in a little closer. Your palms are facing forward. Okay, I'm going to turn to the side. Palms are facing forward. And your arms are going out and to the side. It's almost like a lateral raise, but it's a rear delt fly. Okay? So I'm leaning forward just like I would do a bent over row. Press away with your knuckles. Don't have a death grip on those dumbbells. But think about, see if I can get in here so you can see lighting wise. It's that piece right there, that back side of the shoulder. That's what you're trying to get into. Okay? A lot of women that I work with over the years, they work on their front part of their shoulder the middle part of their shoulder, but then they forget that they have this beautiful rear part of your shoulder. So lean forward a little bit more, lean away with those knuckles. If I turn my back to you, you can kind of see that position. I'm flying back with those arms. 2 more. Last one. Okay, so just know, not too easy. Maybe you chose something that was too light, and then we're coming back down. Go ahead and stretch them across if you want. Grab a sip if you want. I'm gonna grab 1 sip. Anyway, so my story goes, I went to my 25th high school reunion, whatever that was. I graduated in 1988. So maybe it was 2015 or something like that. If I don't know, maybe I'm counting wrong. Maybe it was 2010, who knows. Whatever it was. Okay, let's go ahead. Up overhead, I'm going a little heavier on this set. Okay, I just went up by 5 pounds on each side. Pressing that up overhead. Squeeze the dumbbells at the top. Don't allow your shoulder blades to pop off the back of the ball. Please. I want you to make sure you're squeezing that chest, because if the back comes out, okay, if the back does come out, you're just pushing out of your shoulder, like almost like a shoulder shrug. That's not what I want. I want you to keep them tucked behind as you press and squeeze those arms together. It's almost like the position looks like you're rounded at the top, like you're like kind of, I always say hugging a tree, kind of, sort of, but rounded up. So Sue and I went to our high school reunion, and all the girls, speaking of the popular girls, last one, that like we were all maybe a little jealous of. Go ahead and bring that down. Okay. Walk yourself up that ball, back into seated rows. They all look matronly. I don't know what it was weird. So they were all like the beautiful, popular ones that all the cute guys liked, right? And then they would like wear muumuu dresses, and it was so bizarre. So Sue and I were like, hey, we're looking pretty hot. So anyway, with that said, the guys that were all cute, that never gave us like a look, they all were bald and fat. I was like, oh my gosh, this is karma. It's karma of some sort. No, that's terrible to say. But it was so crazy. They looked old. And so Sue and I were like, we must have done something right. Not that we were any gems or anything, but man, what 25 years does from high school to some people, right? That don't take care of themselves, and you know, it's crazy. So inhale and exhale, squeeze as hard as you can. Squeeze that back. I'm watching. That's it, Jenny. Stick out that chest. Beautiful, everyone. I love that position. 3 more. You got it. 2, squeeze. Use that back. Use those arms to help. And then down. And same thing. Grab the back side of your legs. Chin to chest, forehead to knee. Maybe you kind of shift the ball left and right. Do, again, what feels good for your back, because that's a lot of erector. That's a lot of the muscles that line the spine. All right, back into rear delt fly. Again, bending forward. That's erector again. All right, lead away. You can kind of see, now that I'm leading like sideways, you can kind of see that my hands are going back behind me. They're not going straight back. They're not going out to the side. They're going back. I always say, for those who've been with me a long time, you heard me say this. You know that ski jump in the Winter Olympics, that they come down that huge ramp and then go, woo! And they fly their arms back. That's the position. Flying those arms back behind you. Yep. Because it is. It's called a rear delt fly. Okay? It's kind of like you're flapping your wings. 3 more. And 2. Last one. Go ahead and put those down. Arm across the front. 1 more set. If you need water, grab it. 1 more set of incline chest press for chest, shoulders, and triceps. And And I didn't say this in the beginning, but in regards to your hands, they can be way out or they can be close to your side based on your shoulder issues. If you have any shoulder issues, okay, you can find the position that works for your shoulder the best. Don't do exactly what I'm doing if you're like, ugh, that tweaks my shoulder a little bit. Either lighten it or change the position of the arms. It's still gonna get your chest, it's still gonna get your shoulders, and it's still gonna get your triceps, I promise you. Okay, inhale, exhale, press. Push it up hard. Push, push, push. And down. Push it up again. Think about your chest at the top. When you bring the dumbbells together, okay, squeeze them together. Like you're trying to, like, you can kind of hear me banging them. Like, bang them together. Okay, so I know you're squeezing the chest. 3 and 2. There we go. Last one. Either bring them down into your chest, walk it up. You can also put them on the ground if you need to. But I like to kind of just walk up the wall with it. And then going right into our dumbbell row, belly to thigh connection. Get those feet all the way together. Squeeze the knees together, right? So the dumbbells don't hit your legs. And squeeze it up. Yep, beautiful. Some of you are up a little higher, that's fine. As long as you keep the chest out and you don't do one of these type of rounded like that. Make sure you're leading back. Beautiful, Andy. That's an aim. Beautiful. Perfect, Jane. Awesome, Darlene. There we go. That's it, that's it, Sabina. Perfect, Lori. Perfect, Amy Fetterman. Beautiful. Last one. That's it, Dana. You got it. Sticking out that chest. Go ahead and put those down. Swing them forward and back. Okay. Swing that arm across. Grab the lighter dumbbells for rear delt fly. Like I said, you could sit. Okay. I'm not saying you don't have to sit on the ball. If you wanted to sit, you're more than welcome. It is a little bit harder because you have no momentum kind of to use. When you're here, you can kind of bounce a little bit. You can kind of push yourself up a little bit. I don't mind if this one, a lot of times I'll say don't use momentum, but this one's hard to get the full range unless you use a little bit of momentum. So as long as it doesn't hurt your shoulder, I'm all good with that. Press away. That's it, Dana. Press away with those knuckles. Here we go. 5, push them back behind you. Straighten the arms a little bit more. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and put those down, swing them forward and back. Grab a sip of water. Are you leaving yet? No. Maggie's watching the show this morning.
She's very popular today.
Okay. All right.
1, 2,
What's that?
There's 9 people. I don't think I've
Yes.
seen that many people on before.
Really? That's good. Do you remember during COVID? I couldn't even have them all on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, grab your dumbbell. We're still doing upper body. I know you're probably like, okay, that was enough for you. No, it's not. Okay, so grab your dumbbells. That's good for lateral raises now. We're gonna hit the middle part of our shoulder because we didn't hit that. Okay, then we're gonna do biceps and triceps. So whatever those dumbbells are, we're doing all dumbbells, all ball today pretty much. So dumbbells for laterals, and then whatever the dumbbell is for bicep, and then whatever the dumbbell is for tricep overhead. So it might be all 3 the same. I don't know. All right, so I'm seated on the ball again. To me, it makes it harder. You don't have to sit on the ball. You can go ahead and stand up, just slightly bend forward, arms out to the side. So remember, these 2 suckers right here are 2 pitchers of water, and we're like pouring them out. But you're not pouring them out like this, watch. Not with your wrists, okay? You're pouring them out with your elbow. Does that make sense? Pouring out with your elbow. Push away with the elbows, not this. Okay, it's not a twist of the hand. It's a dump with the elbow, as if you're trying to pour that pitcher of water out, right, with your elbows. 5, 4, there we go, you guys got it. 3, you can, like I said, 2, last one. You don't have to sit But if you wanted to, you can sit. Now, I'm staying on the ball today, okay? I wanted to make it a dumbbell and ball workout. Hands out to the side, okay? You can be standing or whatever. You can be on a Bosu, okay? But look at my hands. They're turned out. They're externally rotated. If that bugs your shoulder at all, watch my hands. Just bring them in front, okay? And come straight up in front. As long as, I'm always going to show body position. As long as you don't look like this. Ugh. Right? That awful. Chest is up. Squeeze. Flex. Look at my hands. No death grip. Spirit fingers. Okay? Do you remember that movie called Bring It On? The choreographer was telling the girls, you have to have spirit fingers. You guys, I'm sorry, you always have to deal with my antics. My brain goes many different places. But keep that chest up, squeeze the heck out of those biceps. Maybe you're thinking, this is a little light for my biceps. The next one, we're going heavier. Okay, last one. And then you're gonna take it up overhead. Now, you might not be able to do both. Okay, whatever dumbbells you chose for your biceps, you might not be able to take them both up overhead. If that's the case, I'll show you what one looks like. You're just holding on to the weight itself. Okay, so look straight ahead. I don't want your head down. Neck is neutral, and we're pressing up. All right, so we're all the way down, dropping down our backs. Our back is neutral, belly button's pulled in, pressing through those arms. Try to keep your elbows as close to your head as you can. I always say it's like you're trying to create like earmuffs with your biceps. Okay, I'm going to show you the one. Okay, if somebody it's too much, you're just going to grab onto the end of the weight and you let it come down and up. Make sure you're pulling the belly button in. I don't want like this, a big like arch in your back. That's going to hurt, like you can hear. It hurts me to do that. And I'm not inflexible like in my back, but it's just too much. That extension, sometimes it just causes too much like just compression in the spine. You know, it's just, I'm always talking to you guys about aging. I hate to always be talking about last one, but God, if we're not on top of it, it's gonna catch up with us. Hand up overhead, reach down your back. I don't know if any of you guys listen to his podcast or go on his Instagram or listen to his YouTube station. Peter Attia, A-T-T-I-A. If you've never heard of him, you can text me and say, what was his name? Peter Attia, okay? Going back again, another set of shoulder lateral raises, right? So anyway, it's funny, it's one of these unconventional MDs, which I love. Changed his life somewhere when his daughter was born. He was overweight. He was an MD. He was in cancer research at Johns Hopkins. And it was depressing to him. So he was like, there's got to be more than being a doctor than cancer and, disease prevention or whatever. So, or disease care, I should say. So he changed his life, blah, blah. Just look him up. But it's everything I talk to you guys about. I say, what's the cure to all these diseases that are out there? It's called prevention. It's preventing it before it happens. Stop diseasing their bodies before it happens. So he is so into all the vital statistics that I talk to you about because I wear my Whoop band. I think every single one of you should wear a Whoop band. No doubt about it. It tracks every vital statistic of your body down to one breath and one heartbeat. It tells you if you're on the edge of getting sick. Last one. Wouldn't you want something that tells you, you know what? You're in sleep debt about 18 hours. You need to go to bed sooner. You need to take a nap. Okay? Like things like that you don't realize how important it is. How much stress kills. I mean, seriously. Stress kills. There's an old story, I told you this before, about Death came into the city one day and the woman went up to Death and said, what are you doing here? And Death said, I came to take 100 lives. So, end of the day, she ran into death again and said, you said you only came to take 100 lives. Why did 1,000 die? He said, I took my 100. He said, worry took the rest. Diseases of worry, depression, anxiety, PTSD, okay? Those are all diseases of worry. Those hospital beds, 50% of all hospital beds, you see how passionate I get about this, are filled with diseases of worry. They don't have a disease. They don't have cancer. They don't have heart disease. They've got the worry disease. Okay, last one. Squeeze it up. See how feisty I get? When I talk about health and wellness, I'm like, it's so important to me that you age well. Okay, and when we start young, you're in good shape. If you wait till you're 60 and 70 to start getting in shape, after 70, 75, things can go really bad, really fast. So Attia always talks about the last 10 years of your life. What do you want it to be like? Do you want it to be decrepit? Do you want to be sitting on a couch? Or do you want to be out playing with your grandchildren, going hiking, right? Doing things that you wanted to do your whole life, but you worked your whole life, right? What are those things that you want? 3 more. Pressing that up. 2. So important. Last one. Sorry to get all fiery on you this morning, but it's so, I think about this guy and he charges like $100,000 if you want to be one of his patients or more, 6 figures, to do all the things that I do with you. So you guys pay whatever, $18 a class or whatever, 150 for 10, right? You're getting everything Attia has given you in this. So I hope you take it to heart. And I'm not being mean, but I hope you take everything I teach you to heart because I've been doing it for so long, that I want you to age well, always. I want you to live young. I want you to live well. Okay, that's important to me. That's why we do what we do. We talk about how important strength training is, how important having muscle on your body is, to age well, to ward off disease. Nutrition. He said, do you know how many nutrition classes and physical fitness classes we took as in medical school? None. He said none. I think they take like 1 nutrition class or something, right? 5 more. But it's important. I always talk to you about the pillars of wellness. Sleep, stress management, nutrition, exercise, supplements, and then maybe cellular regeneration of some type, whether it's acupuncture, whether it's red light therapy, massage, cold plunge, cellular regeneration, last one. I know I did more than I told you. Sometimes I do. Darlene called me out on it years ago. She goes, you don't even count. You don't even count. I'm like, nope. The only thing I count is, what I count is repetitions. Okay, hands out to the side. Last set of bicep curls. Last set of triceps overhead. Okay, feet together, knees together. Try, if it's too hard, just open your leg. If you're like, if you're gonna fall off the ball, okay? But try, squeeze hard, flex those muscles, okay? So definitely look him up. He's worth looking up. He, like I said, when his daughter was born, I think he was like diagnosed borderline diabetes, type 2 diabetes. And he was like, I'm not having this. So again, he changed like 180 his whole career and decided to go into more prevention. And that's what I always say I am. I'm wellness, I'm prevention, I'm your healthcare provider. Doctors are your disease care providers. Okay, so again, no disrespect to doctors. I love doctors, you know that. I know they serve a purpose. But at the same time, they go to school to treat disease. Hands up overhead, last set of tricep overhead. Okay, head straight ahead, pressing them up. If you want, if this is too much for your neck, you can always do a tricep kickback. I should have said that in the beginning. but I was too fired up about talking about wellness. And for years, you know, Rich and I have been fitting in wellness, okay? For our first business was called True Fitness, TRU, Training Results Unlimited. We changed it to Finnegan Wellness because we said, we're not just fitness. Okay, we are about results, but we're about wellness. And wellness is what? Versus illness. It's the other end of the spectrum. 3 more. Press those triceps up hard. Push them, squeeze them. Last one. And that's why it's so important that all of the pillars of wellness are the most important. Not just like, well, I'll just get enough sleep. Oh, I'll just work out. Oh, I'll just eat whatever I want and work out extra hard. No, that's not the deal. Come on down the ground. Come on down. Okay, we're gonna sit in that area between your sits bones and your tailbone. Okay, we're gonna take our legs up or keep them on the ground, and you're gonna do your rotation side to side. I'm gonna use my weighted ball. You can use a dumbbell. For those who have compromised backs, watch me. You're here. You lean back slightly. As soon as you feel your abs engage, you're gonna rotate here and here. You're gonna feel it, okay? If you wanna take it a little further, you go hip to hip. Those who are a little bit stronger and don't have back issues, you can go side to side. Now, some of you are a little bit more advanced. You like to keep your legs up like me. That's great. Okay, you're still gonna feel it either way. I don't care if you keep your legs up, right? Or if you're just getting started and you wanna like, I wanna try one leg. Okay, try one leg then. Twist, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, bring your ball back in. You're probably like, oh crap, Mia. I thought we were done with the ball. Nope. Okay, you don't gotta make you get your butt off the ground. So important. Oh, I know another thing he always talks about, and it's everything I talk about with you guys, yeah, from weight training and stuff like that, but being able to do basic calisthenics. Like basic, move your body weight around. That's why I'm always making you get your butt off the ground. Okay, so, you're probably like me, we already did chest. We're gonna do a push-up and a knee tuck. So this is the whole body right now, right, all the way down, and then knee tuck. But remember, every time you go back out, you squeeze those glutes and you're back into plank. Okay, go. Push up. Knee tuck. Now those who have been with me a long time and you want to do a push up, okay, and then go into pike up, go ahead. You know that you're more than welcome. I'm going to do a couple more. Because basically you're working out with me, right? If we were in the gym, Darlene knows she used to be my training partner. I'm going to step off so I can watch. When I went back to the Olympia in 2010, she was my training partner. It was nonstop. Beautiful, everyone. Gorgeous body positions, every single one of you. I love it. You guys are kick butt. Serious.
Oh, I love,
3 more.
I love doing tuck-ins with the ball.
Yeah, Maggie loves doing these. We're going to get Maggie back into the gym. She had a little bit of lapse of not wanting to go to the gym because she was throwing kids around all the time. It's like she was lifting weights all the time, but now she's, you know, in her teaching mode, so she needs to get back to the gym. All right, come on back, back down on the ground. And there's a reason why I didn't do both of those ones on the ground back to back, because I need to get you off the ground. Okay, get your legs together. So I'm gonna turn face you for a sec. You're putting the ball between your knees like this. Not here and not behind your legs, but between your knees. You leaving now?
Yeah.
Okay, so hands on the ground or hands up top, holding on something that's heavy, and then roll those knees in. Just be sure the ball doesn't hit you in the face. Make sure it's further enough away. Okay, I love you. Have an awesome day. Say hi and bye to everyone. Just give them a wave. All right. People always say, like, I know everything that's happening in your life. Yep, that's good. Okay, so on this one, squeeze the ball between your knees. I want you to engage those inner thighs. Okay, and roll it up. Again, if you need to hold on to something, hold on to something. Dry carefully, Mag. In and exhale. Exhale as those knees come in. Inhale as they come down. Keep squeezing the ball. I hope you feel it. It goes right up into your pelvic floor. Last one. Watching. Beautiful. So good. And those who do have a ball, like a little mini ball, most of you do, you can use that, Lori. I think you were using, yep, Lori was using that little ball between her legs like that. You can do that as well if you can't put that big ball between. Okay, now go back to your Russian twist. Again, find the ledge between the sits bones and tailbone. I'm not telling you have to like bring your legs up into this position, but if you want, you can. But just find that ledge, then put your feet down. That's what I want you to be balancing on. Okay, it's almost like balancing on a 2x4. Okay, and then side to side. But you can see my torso is completely straight. If you look like this, I don't want you to do it. If you're rounded, absolutely not. Do bicycles instead. Okay, if that's the case. I need you to keep your spine erect. Exhale. Inhale through the middle. Exhale. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Get your butt up. Okay, going back into push-ups, knee tuck, push-up, pike up. Maybe it's just push-up to plank, stay whole plank. I never care. All I care is that you're doing it. Right? We want to figure out what that fitness age is. Legs together, suck it in. Push up, knee tuck. Push up, knee tuck. Another indicator that my Whoop band shows me is what my chronological age is, which is now 59 as of last Thursday. But what my fitness age is, what my Whoop band shows, it says 51.7 years old. Now, I always tell you, I feel like I'm in my 40s. I think my Whoop band is wrong. No, but what it's showing me is that I am basically stopping aging in its tracks. I'm not 59. It's showing that I'm 51 years and 7 months. Okay, that's huge. My goal is to get it into the 40s. Maybe I need to do a few more HIIT workouts. Last one. Right? Go ahead and push that away. Right, back down on the ground. Okay, I'm going to use the little mini ball this time just to show you the different options. Okay, put that ball between the knees. I'm going to come back here. I'm going to hold on up top too. Again, always want to give you those options. And if you do have the ball and you need to kick your feet still, okay, if that helps you get that little bit of the tailbone off the ground, then do it. Exhale. Like that. But I do want you to squeeze. Like if I was there, I'd be trying to punch whatever ball you have between your knees. Everybody who's working with me in person knows I'm not very nice. I kind of sneak up like ninja, like a stealth bomber, and try to pop it out of your knees, because you might have one rep that's good, and then the next one is like, oh, there it goes, because you didn't squeeze hard enough. Okay? Completely in your cord. 3 more. Shh. Remember, it's just the tailbone, not all the way up to the shoulder blades. Last one. Go ahead and put that aside. Grab your heavy ball or your dumbbell. Bring it up one more time. This is our last set. Make it your greatest set. And you might think, wow, that workout went by fast. I didn't do anything single today. Anytime we do something single, absolutely, it's going to take longer. All right, so it's nice to be able to finish the workout in the real 45 minutes, and that is with stretch at the beginning, stretch at the end. All right, exhale, lift that chest. I'm watching now for the last 5, 4, beautiful Darlene, perfect, so good, beautiful aim, beautiful Dana, awesome, Amy Lombardi, that's it, last one, Beautiful, Sabina. Perfect, Lori. Perfect, Jade. You guys got it. Okay, now I do want you to go ahead and just pull the knees in and roll side to side, please, for me. Roll side to side, and then bring yourself up. One more set of push-ups, one more set of reverse crunches. Up over the top. Again, are we doing push-ups? Are we just doing knee tuck? You can do that as well. If you're like Mia, I'm gonna face plant if I do another push-up. Fine, then go here. Just pull it in. Okay, that's hard enough as it is. Let me just say, just balancing on this ball like this is hard. Okay, so it's completely always in your court. I hope it was hard enough today. Okay, you know my goal is to make you stronger, more flexible, more mobile, right? Keep your cognitive health up, keep your strength up, right? Making sure you're getting good sleep, making sure you're dealing with your stress. Last one. And then dismount. And then come on back down to the ground. I am going to go ahead and use the big ball one more time for my reverse crunches with the ball between my knees. And again, you can bring it into your inner thighs as much as you need, right? If you need to keep your legs straight like this, right, to help. Otherwise, your knees are bent like this. Okay, and you're squeezing that ball and you're bringing it in. It's, if you haven't figured it out, using the big ball is really hard. I love it, Andy. Thank you for that modification. Squeeze it in. Squeeze those knees. I hope you feel, by squeezing your knees in on the big ball, I hope you feel your inner thighs engage. Okay, we weren't really doing legs today. Obviously, we were doing all upper. Tomorrow, we'll do a lot of legs and abs. 3, 2, you guys kick butt. Last one. So good. Go ahead and release that ball. All right. Oops. Right there. Okay. And come back and cross those legs in front. You're probably like, damn, that went by fast. You're probably like, thank God she did it all in 45 minutes. Go ahead and reach those hands forward and just breathe. Breathe through those hips. When you squeeze your inner thighs together, it's a lot in your hip joint. Okay, whether you think about it or not, it is. Okay, your inner thighs come right up and engage right into that pelvic floor. So it's super important. But in all seriousness, go ahead and bring it up, arm across the front. I know sometimes I joke, just try to make it more light, but a day could change everything. One day, you go to the doctor, and I've said it a million times, you've probably seen it on my Instagram, you get the quote unquote, excuse my French, oh shit call from the doctor, hand up overhead. And it's like, oh shit, I'm borderline diabetes, high blood pressure, high blood cholesterol, you've got cancer, it's one day. Other side, keep your chin up. In more than one way, keep your chin up. But sometimes it takes the oh shit call from the doctor to make you make a change in your life. You guys have already done it. Everybody on here live, you've done it. You've made the change. But I'm talking to everybody else who is just like, I don't know if I'll exercise today. I don't know if I'll eat well today. I don't know if I'll get a good sleep. I don't know if I'll deal with my stress. I don't know if I'll take my supplements. I don't know if I'll do any of my cellular regeneration. I won't go for a walk. Really? What do you want the last 10 years to be like? Right? I'm always saying, I can't add years to your life, but I can add life to your years. Okay? I can make the last 10 years, I know I can. The last 20 years of your life, last 30 years of your life. I can make them be more full of life and energy, right? If you do all the things that I tell you to do, which most of you, like I said on here, you've been with me a long time, you get it, you know my passion about it. I want everybody to reverse age. I don't want you to have all the awful things of aging. But anyway, that's my heart today. That's what I wanted to share with you. So again, if you don't know him, look up Peter Attia, Attia. He's amazing. He's an MD. He has everything. He has podcasts. He has books. He has his Instagram, and he has his YouTube channel. Find him everywhere. Listen to him. He does a lot of stuff with Andrew Huberman, who is also a brilliant scientist. I think he was a teacher at Stanford or something like that. Again, regenerative medicine. I told you I've been going to a regenerative doctor since I was 52 years old, and it has been the greatest thing ever. Hormone replacement therapy. I mean, you name it. I'm going to talk to you about everything, but just look him up. He's amazing. But if you're on my YouTube, please subscribe and share this with everybody you know. If not, I will see you tomorrow morning. Workout 7:15 again. And we're going to do mostly lower body and abs. So I'll see you then. You guys kicked butt today. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you. Go hydrate and fuel. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. Mwah. Love you guys.